Oh, hello, Rocketeers. I am EddCase.
I am OddyC, and welcome to ESL, the Go for Rocket League number 11 Cup for North America.
Yeah,
That
that's
was quite a mouthful.
I was going to say that's quite a mouthful. A mouthful.
I should say we have already started. It's just started here.
Well, let's hop into the game immediately then. No time to reflect. And hopefully, let's just make sure that's done. Okay, spectate.
So, what a game we have here in the round of 16. The game has already been going for a while, and Fireburner already for Kings of Urban scores.
Dear God, that was fast. Let's switch to Fireburner straight away. And you know what? Since he has scored the first goal that we have ever casted in a live streamed position, we'll stick with him for the very beginning. So we'll be watching from his perspective.
All right, great. So Gambit already going up for an aerial, following it up, but doesn't get there. It's hovering around dangerously near the blue area.
In comes Fireburner, knocks it off the backboard. Jacob's there to follow it in, and it's in.
Wow, that was a very quick second goal there.
This is a very emphatic start
Indeed.
for Kings of Urban. Yes, they. Yeah, it's actually worth talking about as quickly as possible. In fact, I'm going to switch to him now. Over to Jacob, is their new player.
Yes,
And
replacing Kyle Mask very recently, actually. I think last Saturday that happened. So a fairly new member of the team. I think they've played before a little bit, but yeah, not too much. So it's interesting to see if that's going to have any kind of effect on the team composition, the team gameplay, how well they can coordinate. But it seems like they're doing pretty well so far. 2 goals already.
Indeed, and of course they're into the round of 16, so it must be working out for them. You would think. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, though. Oh, God. Fireburner is just sat there, ready to knock the goal in.
That was just beautiful play by Jacob there, off the wall. Oh, actually, I don't think it even hit Jacob. It hit one of the others. That was just a very unlucky bounce there, and it went exactly where Fireburner wanted it to go.
Oh, from this position, if you're knockout right now, what you've got all of Kings of Urban just flying at you, knocking in 3 goals in a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that is definitely a hit to your morale straight away, isn't it?
The first game is very important for well, as you say, for the morale. You want to get the momentum early on, and if you don't get
dangerous. All 3 of the blue members are up right now.
all of them out of position, and yeah, they're going to pay for it. Fireburner there just knocks it in.
Wow, Fireburner now has 3 goals. He has a hat-trick already, and not even 2 minutes have passed. You've got to feel sorry for the blue team at this point. But, you know, you never know. This is a best of 5, I believe, so there's, you know, even if this match goes wrong, even if this game goes wrong, they have more than enough time to bring it back.
They certainly do. It's you've got to keep your head in this position. I think that's the thing. Often when you find that you're just, you know, letting in goals here and there, it comes another one.
A good save there by Epic 50 Cal. I think I'll just call him Epic from now on. That's a mouthful.
I was going to say, all you need is a bit of hope, you know? Often I end up leaving the computer when I'm on tilt and I just, you know, I can't seem to do anything right, and then come back and feel refreshed. But right now they don't have that luxury. I think they need, you know, that epic save, you know, things like that to be going their way. They just need to realise that they are in this. They can do nice things together. They can work well.
Exactly. They just need a few things to go right for them, and then they can maybe start to get their heads back in the game.
Exactly.
So, I mean, for the first 2 minutes of this game, Gambit and Fireburner and Jacob have been completely dominating the game. They've been on the attack the whole way, but it's looking a little bit more even now. It's kind of hovering more around midfield.
It
and
is.
Sudo trying to bring it up there, but it's blocked by Jacob, and Gambit now looking for the centre.
Does he find it? Jacob's there, gets up the lob. Oh, follows it in.
Gambit eventually with the goal. Wow.
They were
Very
both there
difficult.
ready to take it. In fact, it's quite aggressive from them. I guess they're already 4-0 up, but you had all 3 players in attack there.
It looked like Gambit and Fireburner almost pinched that into the net there, as if it needed it.
From point blank range, they do the most powerful shot in the game, knocking it into the net. Yeah.
Okay, now we've got Gambit. He goes for the aerial but misses it, and now it's air rejects. He tries to get past all 3 of them but misses.
The game has, as you say, it's kind of calmed down a little bit. It's been kept in the midfield quite a lot. Oh, here comes Epic. Knocked against the wall. Oh, they're all flying up.
And I think Gambit is going to take that. He's probably going to hit it against the wall. Yep, there he does. And Jacob is completely free, but doesn't quite hit it where he wants it to go. But then again, oh, Gambit. Fantastic.
Gets the dunk there.
6-0.
Over to Gambit here.
Jacob with a fantastic little touch there. Just saved by air rejects, but it wasn't enough.
Air rejects did a lot to get in the way of that ball. It was going right in the top corner there. Unfortunately for him, Gambit was definitely equal to it and manages to knock it in for 6-0. This is not the way you want to start. But you know what? If you've already gone 3-0 down in a minute and a half, maybe it's time just to play for the series rather than play for this one match.
Exactly. You've got time now to just kind of think about where you're going wrong, just analyze the opponent's gameplay, and maybe if you do that, you'll be able to take something positive from this game and move on to game number 2 with a heightened awareness and maybe a heightened sense of morale for your team.
Exactly, yeah. I think that's another thing to mention, is that this is the first game of their series, and it's against, they're playing against Kings of Urban, so there might be that slight, uh-oh, we're playing against Kings of Urban, what do we do?
But then again, a goal from Sudo, just completely lack of defense there coming into play. A good pass on from air rejects there.
And they skip it entirely because it's apparently not worth watching, but...
Ooh, air rejects misses the kickoff there, and Fireburner nearly hits it into the net for a kickoff goal.
Gambit's there, knocks it across to the side. Oh, he hit... Sudo hit air rejects there out of goal. That was quite nasty there for a second, but they're still on it. Oh, God, look at that angle
there.
Was that
Wow.
Jacob?
Yeah. That was a great centre, by the way, from Fireburn. You could see Epic 50 Cal is in goal there, but he just couldn't get to the ball in time.
Yeah. Jacob manages to get the aerial there, setting it up for himself to get the second tap and the knock-in. I just realised they've just Braziled it, haven't they?
Oh, it's Brazil, just before the end. There we go.
You know what? They can now claim that they were playing for Brazil.
Exactly. There's the GG.
That's the main thing. I'm just going to update the scoreboard here. That match, it was, well, to say the least, it was pretty one-sided.
It was pretty one-sided, but, as we said, it's just one game. It's a best of 5, so we'll just see what happens, and maybe Knockout can swing a couple games around. All they need really is just some things to go right. Like if that goal had been scored at the beginning of the match, maybe it had been a different story.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to see if things turn around a little bit now. It's very possible that it was just early jitters on their side. So. Anything could happen in this next match. Don't rule Knockout out yet. They're not knocked out yet.
Aha! There we go. I knew that was coming. All right. As we go into game number 2, it looks like we're going to be looking at Jacob against Epic 50 Cal for the kickoff.
How important is this kickoff going to be?
Well, it might be a kickoff goal.
You never know.
Ooh. There's a bit of a pinch. Gambit
hits
it straight towards the net.
Bounces off the top. Oh, wow. Okay, over to Gambit. Let's have a closer look at this one. You see him pick up the boost just there, and then he uses it right now.
The freestyle aerial. He knew exactly where the ball was going to deflect back off the what's it called?
Backboard.
Backboard. That's a good word for it. There we go.
Oh, okay. It's now declared the Gambit show. So we're going to be watching Gambit and see if he's playing for another goal. Is that
it? Oh, it's hit the post, but Fireburner easily gets the ball there. I think the blue team were just a bit too flustered by that sudden burst of energy from Fireburner.
This is really not the start they wanted to the second game after that first game. What do they have to do to regain themselves here? It's only 20 seconds in, and it's 2-0 down.
I think they just need to have they need to be a bit more aggressive for one thing. They're just letting the oranges dominate. The ball is constantly in the blue half, and they just don't quite have the defensive capabilities to stave off Fireburner and Gambit, and Jacob doing some fantastic centres there.
That said, they are on the attack right now. Jacob, I think it was, on the backboard, managed to dive off and save that one. Oh, and okay. Over to Gambit again.
Wow.
Gambit.
It certainly is the Gambit show here at the moment.
He is certainly having fun, that's for sure.
That was a lovely little tap by Jacob there.
Oh, just flips it
Gambit
on.
Just the right amount of leverage there.
Okay,
Let's
so
go straight into the goal. An immediate
Pseudo.
goal by Jacob.
Pseudo did not even move for that one. I'm actually going to watch this from his perspective. Does he move? He taps forwards. Oh, they skipped it.
It was too
That was
embarrassing.
unfortunate. They lol at that. They laughed at it. It was
No one going for the ball again.
Pseudo staying still. Okay, he is alive. He is here. I can confirm that Pseudo has life.
That is good. Gambit going for the aerial there, but hits it just to the right of the goal. And now Air Rejects might have a chance here. If he can pinch it against the ball, he kind of does. It's looking dangerous. But
Ooh.
Jacob there with the defensive aerial.
All three of the oranges were up in the air then. Left them a little bit undefended, but they got the ball very nicely. They got a good hit on it.
This is exactly what Blue needs to do now. This is what Knockout needs. They need to keep it in the orange half. They need to get some powerful hits whenever it's in their half. And just let Gambit, Fireburner and Jacob know that they can score some goals here. This isn't completely one-sided.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, even if... And there's still 3 minutes left here, but even if it is a foregone conclusion that this particular match is going to go to Kings of Urban, then what you want to do is prove not only that you can, but to yourself that
Exactly.
you can beat these guys. You can score goals. I mean,
Yeah.
they've scored one already, so...
Oh, there we go. Epic 50 Cal pinches it, or, well, I guess it's not exactly a pinch, but he just makes sure the ball has nowhere to go except in the net there.
Just squeezes it in. Actually, Jacob gets a tap on it first, but then Epic is just there to clean it up. So, they got that goal. Could that, bring back a little bit of spark into their play?
Or could it mean just another Brazil?
Don't,
Only time will tell.
Don't say it. It's not true.
Oh, it looks like that's Air Rejects with an interesting flick there. It seemed like he just hit it off his wheel or something, but it didn't go quite where he wanted it to go. But again, it is in the orange half here. Jacob misses the clearance, so it's looking a little bit more dangerous for the oranges. That was a bad touch from Fireburner, just saved by Gambit.
Epic doesn't quite get the right angle on that one. He could have put it in at the near side, but was it Gambit there manages to sweep it away with a good clear.
And now the tables have turned completely. It's dangerous. Whenever the ball is in the air like that in the blue half, you know that Gambit or Fireburner are going for that ball. You need to be very careful in your defense whenever that happens.
You need to be very careful indeed. You know what I've just realised? Is that Gambit we see here, he's definitely having fun, he's having a good time. We haven't seen him do any dribbling yet.
Which is interesting. I think that's maybe what everyone hopes from Gambit, because anyone who knows Gambit knows that he is essentially the king of dribbling.
He wrote the book on it.
No one dribbles like Gambit can dribble.
Oh.
There we go. Jacob appearing from nowhere there, at least on my screen. He just came in rocketing after that fantastic shot attempt from Fireburner. It went just high.
That was a beautiful read on where that ball was going to end up. He was coming in there at full speed, so was the ball, and he manages to get a deflection goal in there. That was fantastic.
Oh, again, looking very dangerous immediately from Gambit with the fantastic shot. Oh, an explosion. I'm not sure what happened there.
Jacob was taken out by Pseudo there. I only know because I was following Jacob, and it was a big explosion in my face.
That must have looked fantastic. Fireburner with the clearance. Oh, Air Rejects takes it off all three of them if he can just finish it off. And
Looks
there
like he
we go.
can. There was a bit of a tangle of orange players there. A couple of them knocking together right there. Oh, all three of them, in fact.
Yeah, all three of them in the same place. That's never something that you want. Even like at the pro level, everyone knows what they're doing, but sometimes they can mess up like that.
That deflection was slightly nasty. It was heading very fast towards the blue side, but they were equal to it, so that's fine.
Pseudo with a good aerial there, making it more dangerous for the oranges, but Gambit equal to the task. He hits it straight back into the blue corner. And, just misses the aerial there. That could have been very dangerous for the blues.
Could have been. If you looked at that again, all three oranges, once again in attack. Fireburner is hanging back, but he's ready for this one.
A lovely tap from Gambit there, but it's going the wrong way. Can Jacob get there in time? He does.
What?
Ooh, again, I was expecting a pinch or a center or something from the blue team, but that was cleared very nicely by Jacob, I think. And a pinch.
Oh, heading straight towards
Good
the blue
thing
goal.
Air Rejects was there.
Fireburner. Oh, again, Air
Fantastic.
Rejects.
Fantastic double save there from Air Rejects. He's really proving himself as the goalie.
How many... Oh, I was going to say, how many times can he save it before it goes in? And I think we've got our answer there. Actually, how many saves does Air Reject have to his name now?
He now has just the 2 saves, actually, but that's funny. It seems like he's done a lot more saves in this game.
It certainly does.
He's proven himself invaluable to the team. Not quite enough to give them a fighting chance, I think, with only 18 seconds left to go at 6-2, and I think we all know where this is going.
Yeah, oh, please, no. Let the slaughter end. Jacob's there.
Jacob with a good clearance that goes too far.
they're all up for it. They're having the time of their lives, flying around. But
I think everyone now is making sure that it doesn't hit the ground, but there we go.
You know, again, it was very one-sided, but at least Knockout managed to get a second goal. That's one better than last time, so maybe they are evening it up for the next game.
Indeed. It is worth noting, I've just been told that there was actually one game played before we began casting, and so it's 3-0 to Kings of Urban.
Ah, thank you. I've updated that immediately.
And so that is actually that's the end. That's a shame. It's a bit of an anticlimax, but yeah, that is a straight 3-0 win from Kings of Urban. That was the last match. So congratulations to them. It's unfortunate for mMm Knockout.
If there was any doubt about Kings of Urban leaving out Kyle Mask and bringing in Jacob, then I think that may have just, well...
They've obliterated that from memory,
pretty much, yeah. That was, what was that, 7-1, 6-2 in those 2 games that we watched, so...
Yeah.
Oh, Kings of Urban definitely wants to look out for here.
Indeed. So I think we are going to take just a very short break while we sort out the next match. So we will be right back.
Alright, bye.